Peppa Pig's family has a dark secret, and it all starts with Auntie Pig, whose dressing raises more questions than answers. Auntie Pig is always smiling, always calm, and always dressed in her signature polka dot dress. Fans have started to wonder, is that just a cover for something deeper? She's one of the few adults in Peppa's world who wears polka dots. The only other one? Aunt Dottie. That can't be a coincidence. Some think they were childhood best friends, maybe even like sisters. But when Aunt Dottie finally visited, Auntie Pig was nowhere around, not a single hello. So what happened between them? Here's a wild theory. Maybe Aunt Dottie had feelings for Uncle Pig, and she wanted to marry him. But before she could, Auntie Pig took the man and even the dress style, just like Hailey Bieber. Now, every time Aunt Dottie puts on her polka dots, she's reminded that they're no longer just hers, not in Uncle Pig's eye. It makes sense why that old photo, maybe of Daddy Pig as a kid, is held so close. Aunt Dottie probably saw Daddy Pig as a little brother. Maybe she was dreaming of being his real sister-in-law, but that never happened. Instead, Auntie Pig got it all, and Aunt Dottie left the country and just sent gifts from far away. Aunt Dottie was a mystery for a long time. For 20 years, she never appeared on the show, only sending gifts to Peppa and George. These mysterious gifts sparked plenty of fan theories and debates. Why did she stay away? Was she even real? Well, all that changed when Aunt Dottie made her debut in the episode Thanksgiving. After all those years, we finally got to meet her. But what's really interesting is her name. Unlike most characters in the Peppa Pig world, Aunt Dottie doesn't have an animal in her name. On top of that, she has a real name, unlike any other adult characters. This could mean she's not tied to the family's usual naming tradition, suggesting she might be adopted. What else? Aunt Dottie is the second pig in the family to wear glasses, right after Daddy Pig. She's also one of the only characters to wear a polka dot dress, just like Auntie Pig. Could this mean they're close? And most importantly, where has she been all this time? The mystery of Aunt Dottie's disappearance has finally been solved, but her story still leaves questions. A mysterious black and white photo shows up in two places: Grandpa Pig's room and Daddy Pig's office. It shows two young piglets. One is wearing a tie, the other is in a polka dot dress. First, some fans thought the girl might be Mummy Pig, but that doesn't make sense. She's the same age as Daddy Pig, not older, and only one other pig in her family wears polka dots: Aunt Dottie. So if the girl is Aunt Dottie, that would make her the older one in the photo. Then, who's the younger boy in the tie? That's where things get strange. Mummy Pig only has one known sibling, and that's Aunt Dottie. This boy piglet doesn't fit into the family. Some believe the boy might be Daddy Pig. He did know Mummy Pig since childhood, so maybe the photo is from their early years. But if that's true, why isn't Mummy Pig in the picture instead of Aunt Dottie? This has led fans to a deeper theory. What if Grandpa and Grandma Pig had a son who died young, the one who was Daddy Pig's best friend? Piglet never mentioned again. The photo could be the only trace left of him, and that would explain why both Grandpa and Daddy keep it close. There's one mystery in Peppa Pig that no one has ever solved. Where are Daddy Pig's parents? We've met Grandpa and Grandma Pig from Mummy Pig's side. We've even seen Auntie Pig and Uncle Pig. But Daddy Pig's own parents? They've never shown up, not even once. No pictures, no names, not a single word. Even Daddy Pig's brother, Uncle Pig, never mentions them. Neither does Auntie Pig. It's like they vanished from the family completely. Why would they be left out of the story? Some fans think Daddy Pig's parents were super rich and left to explore the world, cutting off contact. Others believe they didn't get along with their sons' wives and decided to walk away for good. That could explain why Daddy Pig avoids talking about the past. But still, how could such an important part of the family be missing? After all these years, not showing them once feels strange. Maybe the creators are saving them for a big moment, like a surprise holiday visit. Until then, all we can do is wonder, because every family has secrets, and this one might be the biggest of all. Grandma Pig might seem like the sweet old lady who just loves her garden and tea parties, but behind that hat, there's a past nobody talks about. Before the flower beds and fancy teacups, Grandma Pig was a biker. Yes, a real leather jacket-wearing, motorbike-riding rebel. She still has the jacket tucked away somewhere, probably deep in the attic, next to her secret stash of hats. When Grandpa Pig tried to toss them out, she snapped. And not just because she loves fashion. Maybe those hats are more than just accessories. Maybe they're covering up who she used to be. Now, she's the complete opposite. Always dressed up, always looking sharp, and never seen without a perfect hat. She throws garden parties, hosts historical events, and is constantly surrounded by friends. Some fans think she's obsessed with her appearance because she's hiding that wild side from her past. Could it be guilt? Or maybe she just wants people to forget the leather and the motorbike and only see the high society grandma who sips tea and waves politely. One thing's for sure, Grandma Pig didn't always live the quiet life, and the way she guards her attic? There are probably more stories buried in there than she'll ever admit. Grandpa Pig might seem like a grumpy old man with a garden obsession, but there's more going on than meets the eye. He's always wearing his sailor hat, and though he's retired now, he still seems to follow the rules of a sailor. But here's the mystery. What kind of sailor was he? Why does he never talk about his life on the sea? We know Grandpa Pig loves sailing his boat with Peppa and George, but we never hear about the real adventures he must have had. What did he do before settling into his quiet life? Maybe he sailed around the world, or maybe something happened out there that he doesn't want to talk about. We'll never know because Grandpa Pig keeps his past locked away. Even though Grandma Pig tells him to get rid of old stuff, he holds on to it. What's he keeping in that attic? Could there be more to his past that he's hiding from the family? Despite his tough exterior, Grandpa Pig's soft spot for Peppa and George shows there's more to him than just a sailor with a garden obsession. He's full of secrets, secrets that might never be revealed. Baby Alexander might be the youngest member of the family, but he's already making a name for himself as the biggest crybaby. Every time he's on screen, there's almost always a tear or two. But here's the strange part. Why is he always crying? Some fans think there might be more to his tears than meets the eye. Is it possible baby Alexander sees something we don't? Could he be crying because of something spooky, like ghosts? After all, he's always in distress, and no one can figure out why. Could the poor baby be trying to tell us something but doesn't have the words? His constant crying could be his way of communicating pain or discomfort. Maybe something no one knows about. Maybe Auntie Pig isn't taking care of him properly, or he's simply in distress and can't express it. What's even more curious is that baby Alexander is the only character who's always barefoot. It's a strange detail, almost like a sign. Could it be that something's missing in his life? Is he somehow more vulnerable than the others? Uncle Pig is a bit of a mystery in the Peppa Pig family. At first glance, he might look a lot like Daddy Pig, but there's something about him that's different. He has a beard, while Daddy Pig's signature look is his round glasses. It's clear these two are brothers, but why don't we know more about Uncle Pig? Uncle Pig first appeared in the episode Chloe's Puppet Show, and right away, we could see the similarities between him and Daddy Pig. Both share a love for food, and both fall asleep with the same loud snoring that could wake the whole family. Yet, neither brother likes to admit just how alike they are. But what's interesting is that Uncle Pig is the father of Peppa's only known cousins. But we still don't know much about him. He's been around for a while, even knowing Aunt Dottie before she made her big debut on the show. So, why isn't he more involved in family matters? Is there something he's hiding from the rest of the pig family? George, the quietest member of the Peppa Pig family, is full of mysteries. He doesn't say much, just dinosaur, and it's the only word he's known for. Why is that? Could it be that George has a special connection with dinosaurs because he's different, maybe even autistic? Some fans think that's the reason he only focuses on green dinosaurs. What's also odd is that his name doesn't start with P like the rest of the family, and he doesn't end with Pig like all the others. Is George adopted? But we've seen Mummy Pig pregnant with him, so could he have been swapped with another baby? Chloe, Daddy Pig's niece, is full of surprises. At 10 years old, she's the big cousin who isn't afraid to show off her talent, like puppetry and arts and crafts. In one episode, she even impresses everyone with a dinosaur puppet for George. But here's the twist. While she seems sweet, things aren't always easy for Peppa and George when Chloe's around. In Chloe's Puppet Show, Peppa gets upset when Chloe's friends call her and George baby. Is Chloe's confidence a cover for something deeper? Why does she always steal the spotlight? Could there be more to this talented cousin than meets the eye? Daddy Pig is always the cheerful one in the family, but there's something odd about him. He's an architect, known for designing house plans, but why does he joke so much about his big belly? Even Peppa pokes fun at it. What's even more curious is his claim to be an expert at losing weight. Yet, he avoids exercising, and when he does get into action, like in the swimming episode, Daddy Pig surprises everyone with his amazing swimming skills. Could this secret talent be hiding something deeper? What's really going on behind those jokes? Mummy Pig, the The writer and supermom seems to have it all, but there's something strange about her behavior, especially in the Valentine's Day episode. Daddy Pig gives her a heartfelt letter, expecting one in return, but Mummy Pig claims she gave hers to Daddy Zebra. Why would she give it to the mailman to deliver to someone living in her own home? Could it be that Mummy Pig is hiding something? Maybe she's not as loyal as she appeared, and the truth behind her actions is much more complicated than we think. Is she keeping secrets? That's it for the mysterious Peppa Pig relatives. Some secrets might stay buried forever, but who knows what else could be uncovered. See you in the next video.